All right, I'm bringing it in solo today. Been having a lot of fun gambling this season, but unfortunately, I don't feel too much conviction when I'm giving out the picks when we record Tuesday evening, just because there's so much that we don't really know yet. Um, 22-9 to start the season. I went for a nuclear missile whale play last night and boosted the Giants money line to something ridiculous. I mean, I gamble responsibly. I just usually put $25 on it. Nothing, just have fun. Nothing to hurt the bank account. Um, so obviously we lost on that money line. Maybe it was a bad call, but I mean, Trent Williams punching somebody in the face and all those terrible calls by the refs. I mean, not saying that the refs screwed the game over for us, but I'm not saying that didn't happen. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of dive into this week's slate and what we have up on the card for me personally. I mean, we can just start it because it just says it right here. I do have Colorado plus 21. I'm just like I said, I'm on the Buffs. I like watching them play, and any reason to kind of get them as a 3 point, I mean a 3 score underdog. I mean, at this point they've proven that they can handle it. I mean, we'll see how it goes. And I know a lot of people like the over in that. So if you want to place the over, go ahead. I know that was Jersey Jerry's the signs for this week. Uh next Titans Cleveland. I don't really have anything for this game. If I were to lean a certain way, it'd probably be the Titans just because of how bad Deshaun Watson has been playing. But I don't know. Bet that game at your own risk. This next game's interesting. We got the Chargers and the Vikings. Obviously two teams who have both made the playoffs last season, who have been a complete letdown to start the year. Me and Noah kind of talked about it on Tuesday. The Chargers, not too much the Vikings. I think we kind of predicted that just because of how this year went for them last season. Um, Plain simple, kitchen sink game for the Chargers. If they want to have, if Brandon Staley actually wants to keep his job, this is an absolute must win game for them. I don't really have a side that I'm thinking. If I were, I'd probably say Chargers, but I do already have the over place in this game. Um, I just want to watch it, and I want to see points scored, and I want to see Jordan Addison play well, Justin Jefferson, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, all those guys kind of just ball out, and Kirk and Herbert do their thing. So kind of just rooting for points in that, and I have both teams to have fun at plus 260. Um, all right, the next game. Next game is I don't know. I know Noah kind of disrespected the Patriots on the pod the other day. The Patriots hate needs to stop. I mean, anytime that you look across the sideline and you see Bill Belichick over there, I don't care if he's 90. You just got to respect the guy, plain and simple. So I'm on the uh, I'm on the Patriots in this game. I think it's a no brainer. They had an encouraging first 2 weeks against the Dolphins and the Eagles. I think if anybody, those are like two. I mean, the Dolphins kind of already popped up as a team that like people are betting like Tua to win MVP and them to go to the Super Bowl. So much respect for that team, and obviously the Eagles have the respect. Bill dominates bad quarterbacks. Bill owns the Jets 17-2 since 2013. Last Jets win in 2015. Also, this is a kitchen sink game for the Patriots. They're not starting this year 0-3 with how talented that defense is. I think the offense can obviously step up. I think they'll do their thing against a bad Jets team. I think the Jets still have an elite defense, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything on offense, which would lead to their defense being tired. And I think the Patriots -2 is almost a gift for everybody this week. And I heard I mean, I listened to a few different shows, and they're already like placing money on the Jets. I mean, if you want to go and place money on Zach Wilson, just burn it. I mean, I couldn't imagine placing money on Zach Wilson at this point with what we saw. Um, like I said, Zach Wilson versus Bill Belichick. I don't know. Your call. Pat's -2.5. Uh, this. Let's see here. Bills Commanders. This is a shitty East Coast weather game. I mean, we have a big storm coming in this week. I know that a lot of sharp money has come in on the Commanders plus 6.5. This game is almost a complete stay away for me. If I were to do anything, I would probably just bet the under and just hope that the weather is like absolutely shitty and it's an awful game. What I do like about the Commanders is they have an elite defensive line. We saw it last week what they could do when Chase Young is healthy and all those other guys are healthy. I think Deron Payne might be out for this game. If I were to lean aside, I'd probably go with the Commanders minus plus 6.5. But like I said, I'm on the under. Uh, Texans Jags. I expect the Jags to go out and get shit done this week. Their offense needs to look better. Ravens, same thing. Not much to touch on. I know Anthony Richardson just got ruled out with his concussion. Gardner Minshew's in here. I don't think the line's changed at all, which I said on Tuesday. I don't think there's a big difference in line movement as of right now in Anthony Richardson's career for Gardner Minshew or him to step foot in this Colts offense. I think Gardner Minshew is one of those backup quarterbacks in the league that is respected and he can come in and win any given week. But with that being said, I do like the Ravens. This next game, I like the Falcons to win outright. I bet the Falcons the first 2 weeks of the season. I just think that Detroit's injury luck so far this season is bad, and I think it's going to kind of get exposed a little bit with how the Falcons play. I mean, they're just going to dominate the line of scrimmage. They have Cordell Patterson back this week. I think their defense is like sneaky frisky and can probably make some plays on the other side of the ball for them. Like I said, I'd probably think it's a close game. I'd probably lean towards the over, honestly, and I'd like the Falcons to win outright. Okay, let's go here. Saints Green Bay. I don't know how I feel about this game, honestly. I'd probably lean towards the Saints. I forget what it is. I think it's like their last 16 games. They haven't under Dennis Allen. They haven't allowed a 20-point game to an opposing offense. You really love those numbers. I mean, they're missing Marcus May. I don't think that's a big blow. So I don't know. I guess Saints, if anything, and probably the under. This is the biggest rat line of the week right here. Don't understand why the Dolphins' first home opener is plus 6.5 or minus 6.5 for them. This is a complete stay away for me. I don't know what's going on with it. I mean, obviously we can sit here and probably say that the Dolphins are going to win, but there hasn't been a big upset yet in the NFL, and I don't know. I'm kind of on the lookout for it this weekend. Next, Seattle Panthers. I know Andy Dalton's in there. I know people are freaking out like, oh, Andy Dalton went in, beat the Seahawks last season. Seattle needs this game. They're not going to play any games. I think they're a good team this year, and they go in there and clean it up. Bears, Chiefs. Bears are an absolute dumpster fire already to start the year. If your GM is calling an impromptu, hey, everything's fine meeting or press release or whatever the hell it's called, week 2 into the season, I just don't like where they're at. So I'm going to go to the Chiefs. I wouldn't bet minus 12.5. I mean, I think this is probably a good teaser leg, and you can probably like the Chiefs to win outright. Dallas Cowboys, Arizona. Obviously, the Cowboys are going to win this game. Arizona is actively tanking. But I do like the over in this game a lot. I have it at, what did I place it at? I placed the over in the Cowboys cards at 43. It's actually at 42.5. I would love to get on this number. I might rebet this honestly at 42.5. I think this game goes over. Raiders Steelers. I'm personally not going to bet this game, but my analysis of it is I think the Steelers came off of a big emotional win last week. I know that they went out there and got it done against the Browns at home in front of their home fans. I think going out to the West Coast in Las Vegas and having to play the Raiders, who have looked shaky, but the Steelers, Warren Sharp did a whole thing on Matt Canada and how bad he is. If anybody really cares enough to watch it, it's an awesome watch, and it really goes to show you how bad Matt Canada is as an offensive coordinator. So honestly, every single week, I don't have much faith in the Steelers defense to score 2 touchdowns every week to keep them in it. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders here, but like I said, I'm not betting it. Philly Buccaneers. This line opened up at 6.5. It's now down to 4.5, which is pretty shocking. I know a lot of people are worried about the Philadelphia Eagles offense. We haven't seen them have that pop game yet. They go into Tampa Bay and they get it done. Like I said, it's a Monday night game, a little bit more extra time to prepare. I think Jalen Hurts wants to dial it in. AJ Brown wants to dial it in. I like them to win. All right, next game. This is my favorite game on the board. I bet it uh, on Monday. I think I said it. I picked it for my elimination pool with Noah. Um, LA Rams money line. Uh, I'm gonna just bet on the Bengals downfall. I thought last year was gonna be their downfall. I thought that they kind of lucked out with injuries and wins the last year, the year that they went to the Super Bowl, so 2 years ago, and they went 0-2 to start the season last year, and same exact thing happened. They kind of got lucky and they went on a big run and they went to the AFC Championship. And I think that this Joe Burrow injury is a big deal, and I don't think that the lines reflect the fact that he is not going to be playing this week. I saw a video today of Joe Mixon being an emergency backup quarterback. That's all I really need to see. I think the Rams came out week one and showed everybody, hey, we're actually here to play this season. We're not here to mess around. Going out and beating the Seattle Seahawks, who a lot of people think they're going to be a playoff team this year. They were sneaky against the 49ers. Obviously, the 49ers went and cleaned it up. But I think this is a spot where LA can go out and beat the Bengals just due to health. Nothing other than the Joe Burrow health and some key pieces on the defense being injured as well. So I like Rams money line. Yeah, Rams money line. Sorry, I thought I fucked up there. My can't miss parlay this week. Pats money line, Jags -2.5, Seattle -1.5. All those teams to just win. I got a 30% boost here on FanDuel Sports, to plus 281. Boom! I threw 50 on that. That's a 2-unit play for me. I love that. I love that 3-leg parlay, but that's just me. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, I was watching Pick'em with like Big Cat and Dave and Rico. I have Marshall -5.5 because they have Mincy on the sign. That's the only reason. The over in the Liberty FIU game is 54.5, and the over in the App State Wyoming game at 42.5. 50% boosted at plus 893. I put $25 on that. Nothing crazy, but if it hits, we're up big, so we love it. Like I said, Colorado plus 21.5, and Ohio State -3.5. I think this Ohio State team's a little bit slept on, and I think it's a good opportunity to have them kind of early in the season. They're playing Notre Dame, where it always kind of feels like Notre Dame is kind of lets down when they have to play a big opponent like early in the year. It seems like the moment's almost a little too big for them. I know that my boys are massive Notre Dame fans, so they probably don't love to hear that. And yeah, I mean, here's just some bets that I have placed for the season already, like Jalen Hurts. Uh, this 201's already had a positive cash out. So yeah. So anyway, I think Ohio State's a little bit slept on. I don't really listen. College, I have absolutely no clue about college. I don't really follow it the way that a lot of people do. I just kind of just go strictly based off vibes, and if it hits, like we have a good time. But just waking up every single Saturday and watching college football and just sprinkling on some like 3-leg parlays or a few straight bets is what I like to do. So yeah, that's kind of my official card moving into the weekend. I might play something a little random, nothing too crazy, but I feel strongly about that's where I'm going to be for this weekend. And I'm probably going to be hopping on here every single week. I'm going to try to at least Friday right before the weekend, so you guys can kind of see how my card officially plays out. The card usually, like I said, on Tuesday, it's really hard to predict with like injuries and everything like that. Like there might be some good look ahead lines that we feel confident about, but I like to kind of lock in my bets later on in the week, like when it gets a little bit more official. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. See ya.